Okay, how you doing? Back again, another installment of stories for an angry intel guy. Still on the Carswell theme. Stories having to do with my time at Carswell Air Force Base in Fort Worth, Texas. Flying in tankers there was so fucking cool. I mean, like I said, that was my first real job in the Air Force, being an exec at the KC-135 Squadron, 7th ARS, passing gas, hauling ass. Great freaking job, because anytime that I wanted to, you know, if I was finished of everything and didn't have anything to do, I could look on the schedule, see who was flying that day, if they were doing it out and back, just going to refuel some planes and coming back, and I just go ask the boss, hey boss, I'm done, got everything squared away, you mind if I go up with Captain Condon's crew and I'll see you in the morning? He's like, yeah, sure Terry, no problem. So I would never wear a flight suit around the unit because I'm not a fucking flyer. But when I flew with them, I would put on, I had a flight suit that I could take with me and then put on in the airplane. But I was usually in camis, green woodland camis. So I'd go up with them, and it was really cool. I took care of them, so they took care of me. One of the coolest things is just being in the boom pod of a KC-135, like when it's taking off, and just seeing the runway just drop from you as you go up like that is really fucking cool. And just sitting next to, or laying next to, the boom operator as he's refueling aircraft. I usually took my camera. I've got tons of pictures of different types of Air Force aircraft getting refueled. That's a really cool thing. I remember one time we went and we refueled the Thunderbirds. They were going back to Nellis from somewhere east, and we had a load of ROTC kids on the plane from, I don't know, one of the local colleges there in Fort Worth. So we got these ROTC kids on here, right? You know, and the Thunderbirds, you know, they're all hanging on the wing, and then, you know, the plane comes, boom, tanks up, moves over, next plane comes, tanks up, moves over. I look over, and there's this ROTC chick, and she's looking out one of the windows, but I see her, like, doing something, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing out of the window? So I go over, I got my headset on, long cord, I go over and I kind of look, you know, over her shoulder, and this bitch is Thunderbird parked on the wing. She's looking at him. He's waving a pen. He's flying and waving a pen at her. And this chick is like, 5-2. She's giving her fucking phone number to this Thunderbird pilot out the window. And I was like, hey, the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just like, get the fuck out of here. And I looked out the window and I was like, no. He was like, the pilot's like, like fucking hot ass ROTC chicks, man. Man, I've watched them refuel damn near everything in the Air Force inventory. It was really cool though. Had a couple of times when we were refueling stealth aircraft, the F-117, the Nighthawks. That, yeah, I couldn't take pictures, and they were like, "You're gonna get a receiver, and don't say shit about what you see." You're like, "Okay, cool." So that was, you know, back before it was actually they actually admitted the existence of the stealth fighter. So that was pretty cool. One of the things I always remember, you know, you're down there with the boom operator and the planes are coming up, and the boom operator would tell me, hey, you know, you can look on the, you know, if you look on the side of the aircraft, the canopy frame, it might, you know, Lieutenant so-and-so or Captain so-and-so, Major so-and-so, Lieutenant Colonel, whatever. And it doesn't mean that's actually the person flying the plane, But the majority of the time, you know, the young guys, lieutenants, captains, are flying planes with their names on and stuff. But you can see them come up, you know, and the boom operator's talking them into position, and then you come forward, and the boom operator plugs in, starts pumping, he's chit-chatting with them and stuff. And the boom operators would always tell us how, like, the younger guys, the lieutenants and the captains, are flying, bam, every day. Once you get up to major and lieutenant colonel, you're doing a bunch of office shit. So you're only flying like maybe once every couple of weeks, or, you know, once you're like a colonel and shit, you're probably only flying like once a month, maybe, or maybe just once a quarter. So lieutenants and captains, they come up on the boom and just sit there, fucking solid, you know. And then majors, lieutenant colonels get on there and they're like moving around and stuff like that. But then the colonels come and they still think they're fucking hot shit, and they get on there and they're just moving. And the boom has tolerances left and right, up and down and stuff. And if aircraft starts moving out of those tolerances, then the boom operator will punch them off, make them back up, make them come back, get back on the boom. And so I've seen a couple of times where, you know, you got some lieutenant colonel, squadron commander, or colonel, or maybe even a general, you know, and he's on the fucking boom, and he's just moving, and the boom operator's like, I'm gonna punch his ass off, punch him off. He better steady up, you know. And there've been a couple of times like, psh, sir, go back, try it again, psh, come back, and it's kind of embarrassing for the pilots, for the fighter pilots. So they don't want to get punched off because, you know, all the other fighter pilots with them are like, old man got punched off. So that's one of the things that happen when you're flying with the tankers. Let's see. Yeah, I'll stop there. So if you like the story, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And I got more tanker stories for you.